Hey everyone, it's Amy here and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Love It or Leave It review and swatches of a new product from the BALM Cosmetics. And this is the BALM APPETIT palette. And I was excited when this released because it looked really cute for this exact reason. Look how adorable. When you open it up, it says, "Eat your heart out." Like, isn't that the cutest thing ever? And then you open it up and there is your palette. I mean, per usual, the BALM knocks it out of the park when it comes to the whole presentation and the packaging and being creative and cute. Like, always A+ for them. So obviously this whole 9-pan eyeshadow palette is based around like food and appetite and all things food. So I will kind of compare it throughout to the Meet Matte Matrimony palette because this is the only other palette that I have, because I'll talk about the sizing and the price in a little bit. So let me read you some information off of the BALM's website. That is where I purchased mine. I'm guessing eventually this will be available at Kohl's eventually, but I haven't seen it anywhere else. If I do find it anywhere else by the time I post this video, I will definitely leave all that information down below. It says, introducing the BALM APPETIT, a highly refined palette from the BALM Cosmetics. Serve it up hot with any combination of these 9 appetizing shadows, all of which can be used wet or dry with a balanced diet of talc-free textures, including mattes, shimmers, and foils. The BALM APPETIT will satisfy all of your cravings. So like it says, there are 3 different finishes in this palette. The top row are your mattes, the middle row are your foiled, and the bottom row are your shimmers. And I like the first 2 rows. I don't like the bottom row whatsoever. So we will get to that in a second, but let me go ahead and start swatching them for you. So the top row are your mattes, like I said. The first shade is Bruschetta, which is just a really nice cream shade. Then we have a Mac and Cheese, which is kind of a plummy purple. And then the last shade is Raisin Bread. These names, like, you guys, like, they're so creative. So let's see. Here is the cream shade called Bruschetta again. And then we have Mac and Cheese. And then we have Raisin Bran. I do find that the BALM does have a powdery formula with quite a bit of kick up in the pan as well as when you swatch them, but it's not a problem once you actually apply them. Tap it off, you're not going to have any problem. I don't have problems with fallout with the BALM. It just has a powdery formula, and I do find personally that the matte eyeshadows from the BALM have a little bit more of a gritty texture to them. They're definitely light and fluffy, that's why they have that kick up in the pan, but they definitely have a little bit more texture to them. So here are the matte shades. You will definitely see a close-up as well. This is a cream shade, you kind of have a purple shade, and then you have a brown shade. So everything in this palette is kind of pops of colors for fall. There's going to be a cranberry shade, and there's a purple shade, and so they kind of give you some mattes that would go along with it. My only complaint is I do wish that there were mattes to go in the crease. Like, I feel like there's one purple shade that can go in the crease and there's one brown shade, but there's not really a transition shade and there's not really like a dark black shade or anything like that. So I kind of wish, we'll get to it in a little bit, that I don't really like the shimmer shades. I had wished they had just put more foiled and matte, honestly, in my opinion. But anyways, on to the star of the show. The foiled eyeshadows in here are so good. They're very, very similar to Makeup Geek. That's how they feel to me. Very dense and thick, and they have a really nice consistency. They will have some kick up again, same with the mattes. Definitely tap off your brush or you will have fallout, but if you go in carefully with kind of like a flat shader brush, that's how these apply the best, is with a flat shader brush. I have in mind my MAC 242 that I always use. These will apply really nicely. So let's go ahead and swatch these. We have kind of like a rosy toned color. This one is Tater Tots. And then we have Rocky Road Ice Cream, which is purple, which, can you guys guess? Like, these two are my favorite, the rose and purple. And then we have Crispy Bacon, which I know some people are going to die over. Like, look how silky and smooth that is. That's what I mean with a flat definer brush. Tap off the brush and it's going to apply silky smooth just like this. Now this one is a little bit more gritty. It does have a little bit of kick up, but if I had like tapped off my brush, it would have been fine. And then here is the copper shade. Like, aren't those colors stunning? Oh my gosh, I love these colors. They're beautiful. They wear really nicely. They apply super easily. They build really easily. The formula of the foiled eyeshadows are incredible. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have other palettes in my collection from BALM to compare it to some of their other shimmer shades, but these are really good and definitely up to par with other foiled eyeshadows and stuff like that from, you know, Kat Von D and like Makeup Geek and you name it. really good in here. Now, the bottom row are the ones that I think are kind of duds in the palette, and I don't really like them. These are the shimmer shades, and these are shimmers that are super weird compared to other shimmer shades that I have from other palettes. These are like awkward. They're not a foiled eyeshadow, but they're not a matte, but they're kind of like some weird crossover in between. And so because of that, they do not blend out that well. Like, I find that they get really, really muddled together. Out of the three, this first one's going to be the better one. But the gray and the black, they're kind of awkward. They're not like matte enough where I want to put them in the crease, and when I do, they just get muddled together. They're harder to blend out. They just do not work that well, and so I feel like these two shades, which I thought were going to be like crease shades and deepening up the outer V shades, like they don't work that well for that. So because of that, I wish they had just gotten rid of those and gave us more of the like darker shades in the matte and maybe like one other foiled eyeshadow. I thought that would have been a better idea, but I didn't create the palette. So this one right here is kind of like a champagne with a little bit of a gold undertone. This one is called Jalapeno Poppers. And then this one is called Artichoke Dip. And then this one, which they're not even that pigmented either. I don't like these. These are Alfred O Pasta. So there's are what those look like, and they just do not blend out well. And I get so frustrated when I was trying to put them in my crease. I was like, you don't blend out well, you want to be a shimmery foiled, but yet, like, I want you to be a matte, just did not work out that great. So 6 out of the 9 are good. Definitely, like I said earlier, the star of the show, the cream of the crop, is the foiled eyeshadows. So because of that, 6 out of the 9 are good, 3 are already bad, $39.50. Compare it to this palette, which again is 9 pans for $42. Let's compare the sizes because that's where it also got me. So the total grams in this palette for the 9 pans are 13.5 for $39.50. This one for 9 pans, it's 21.6 grams for $42. And all of these matte shades are really, really excellent. So I kind of feel like we're getting a little screwed on the price here, that they charged kind of about the same price as this, not too far off, but yet you get far less products, and 3 of them aren't even that great. But I think if you can find this not full price, then it may be worth it for those 6 shades. When I say not full price, I mean, can you use Kohl's Cash on it? Can you use a gift card? Can you find it eventually months down the line at Hotlook, like the flash sale website? I definitely would not pay full price for this. It would be a leave it if you're paying full price because it's significantly smaller than other palettes for around the same price. And 3 of the shades in here I don't think are that great and totally not worth the money. But if you can find it at a discounted price and you get 6 beautiful shades and you love these colors of the foiled eyeshadows, then it may be a palette that's worth it to you. But for me, so that is it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. This is my second time filming it. I unfortunately was supposed to get this review up last week and I somehow deleted the footage. So this is my second time filming this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned to all my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!